Welcome back to the Whiskey Couch here in Pretoria, South Africa. My name is GUSTAV MULLER and this is Whiskey Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 160. And it is a good day because I'm starting a brand new mini-series. I've got 5 whiskies in this series and they're all 12-year-old blended whiskies. 4 from Scotland and 1 from Ireland. And I'm going to do reviews on all 5 of these 12-year-old blended whiskies, and I'm going to pair all of them with ice cream. I think ice cream is a wonderful thing to pair with whiskies, and I've tried to pick the right flavor ice cream with each of these different 12-year-old blended whiskies. The first one is a Scotch blended whiskey, Dewar's 12-year-old. This brand was established in 1846. It's owned by Bacardi, and it consists of more than 40 different Scottish single malt and grain whiskies, all brought together and then married in oak casks. After which, I think the marriage is about 6 months, after which they bottled at 43% ABV, and this is going to be very excited. John Dewar and Sons. So let me pour myself a dram. This bottle has got one of those pourer thingies on the top, which is supposed to make the pouring easier. So here we go. Yeah, not too bad. Pourer at the top, screw cap for this one. And here we go, Dewars blended Scotch whiskey. Let's have a look at the color. A color of the Dewars Scotch whiskey. There we go. A deep copper color. A big component of this whiskey is, of course, Aberfeldy from the Aberfeldy distillery. So it's got a big component of Aberfeldy single malt. Quite a soft nose. And on the nose, more malt than grain for me. There's a hint of grain sweetness, but more malty. Quite sweet, a little bit floral. I'm getting some dark honey, some fudge, raisins, yeah, dried fruit, and a bit of candy. Quite a pleasant, soft, inviting nose. Surprisingly full and rich, malty and sweet with honey up front, some vanilla toffee notes, and then some soft oak spices just to bring a bit of balance. I'm even getting a bit of coffee on the palate and a bit of caramelized banana on the palate as I'm sitting here. A little bit fruity. Salted caramel, even a bit of liquorice on the palate. Quite a very pleasant blended Scotch. The finish is slightly peppery. There's a slight bitter note and a little bit dry right at the end. Let's see what happens if I add a few drops of water. 43% here in the South African, for the South African market. I do not know if it's also 43% in the UK and in the US. A bit of water, you can see the effect there. Oil separating. Maybe it opens up a bit more. I'm getting more malty notes and even a bit of pastry notes in the aroma. Smooth, very smooth, warm, honeyed pastry notes. So my summary for the Dewar's 12-year-old blended Scotch, I would say caramelized banana and honeyed pastry. That would be my summary for this whiskey. It's around 300 plus rand here in South Africa. From what I could find out, about £30 in the UK and $50 in the US. It's a quite a decent blend. I don't know if it's worth the money though. For another 100 rand, I can buy a 12-year-old single malt. So a bit of a trade-off there. Will I go for the blend? Will I go for the single malt? I don't know, but a very pleasant blended Scotch whiskey. So if I want to pair this whiskey with a food snack and I'm choosing ice cream, I would go for a creamy ice cream with a bit of pastry, something pastry. So I've chosen a cookies and cream ice cream. I'm going to try and pair this one with the Dewar's 12-year-old cookies and cream. I want to connect with the maltiness and the pastry notes and the creaminess and the full bodiedness of this whiskey. So here we go. Wonderful ice cream. Creamy. Ay, this is fantastic. This is a wonderful pairing. Whiskey and ice cream. Dewar's 12-year-old blended Scotch with cookies and cream ice cream. Thank you for joining me on this 12-year-old blended Scotch and blended Irish whiskey journey. I look forward to seeing you in the next video when I'm going to do the second one in this mini series. Until then, slàinte.